Hello, my name is Mariana Escobar, and this is my chat room project for IT114-005. I'm going to show you I'm going to give you a quick demonstration of the application, and I'm going to go through the milestones that we did. So I'm going to start with milestone 1, which was the basic connection and basic management. Basic messaging for the chat room. So let me just go ahead and get started here. Alright, so before I do anything, I have to actually go ahead and compile my project. And then I have to run it with the run.sh files that the professor gave us. And now you can see that the server is listening on port 3000, and you can see here the server is listening. And this is basically, it starts off the server.start method, which initializes a server socket and listens for incoming client connections. So when we were doing milestone 1, we were doing everything within the terminal, but now we are actually using the UI component of the project. So I'll show you what I mean by that. So before, as you can see here, when I run the UI, the window pops up for the chat room. But before, we were doing everything within the terminals here. Alright, so you can see here that it's connected with the host. This is the host IP address, the port, and then I start off my clients in the lobby. So here I'm going to put my username. So as before, I used to have to put the username as this, like /Mariana, and then I would do /connect. And I will put the port number and everything, but the UI kind of makes it easier. We don't have to do that anymore. Alright, so as you can see here, you can see it kind of working in the background. My client connected. As you can see here, client UI. Let me just make it a little bit bigger so you can see it better. So you can see here everything that's being used: project client, user list panel, the client UI is being used. And so I'm going to go ahead and open up a couple of windows so that we can see all the functionalities of my chat room. So here's one more, and here's the last one. Okay, let me just open them up real quick. Okay, so here's the next one. All right. So as you can see, I have 3 people in my chat room. I have Mariana, I have Marta, and I have Eric. They're all joining in the chat room here. And after I entered all the necessary port and the host details, this actually uses client.connect, the client.connect method, to establish a connection with the server, and it sets up the communication with the channels. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and test just the basic features of the basic messaging. So you can see here I typed hey for Mariana, and everything else kind of went to Marta and Eric. So this actually uses a client.send method, which sends the message to the server, which then uses server thread .run method and room.send message to broadcast it to all the clients. So I'll show you over here, and you can see that the basic messaging is working. Alright, so that was basically milestone 1. We were just establishing the connection. Now for milestone 2, we have the more advanced room functionalities. So I can create new chat rooms, I can join different rooms, and it is done with room that create room and server that join room, which actually creates it. And I can show you that everything was done in my room file, and I can show you over here my commands so we can go through them a little bit. So this was actually given, I just added a few more. So we can create, join, disconnect, log off, leave room, flip for the flip coin, roll the dice, we can mute and unmute. So these are our commands, and then they get processed through process command right here. And I'm going to show you what that kind of looks like right now. Alright, so if I want to create room, we can put room test 1. So this is Mariana join room test 1, and I can do join room test 1. So you can see here Marta has joined that room with Mariana. So if they send a message with like they can send a message to each other, but then Eric won't receive that message. You can see them here, they both joined the room right here, and Eric is left in the lobby by himself. If I can show you the mute method right now, and I can kind of go through a little bit more a little bit further down the line, but I want to show you, because I'm in a room, I can show you that if I mute Mariana and then I leave the room, well, actually let me show you that I muted Mariana real quick. So let's see, hey, you can see here that Mariana sent a message, but Marta didn't get it because she muted Mariana. So then if I leave my room and go back to the lobby, you can see Eric and Marta still are in the lobby now. You can see them here. They're still in the lobby. Mariana's still in the test room. If I go back, if I join room test 1, and then so you can see Marta join the room again. If Mariana sends a message, she's actually still muted from before. So that continues on, and that I'll talk about that in a few minutes. But that works by actually just creating a mute list, but I'll go over that in a little bit. Alright, so I can do the commands through here, but on my menu, if I hit search, I can actually create new rooms here. So I can create a room here, and I created a button, and I can also join new rooms. I can search new rooms and stuff like that. I kind of like the buttons better than just the commands. So this is just a little added thing that I did. Alright, so let's go back over here. And so I showed you. Alright, so let me, oh, oops. Okay, I exited by accident. Okay, let me go back. Connect here. Alright, so I am back in the lobby. Let me get that one up. Okay. So the next thing I need to show you is my roll. Oops. So I can roll the dice. I can roll different types of dice. So I can do this. And that is actually still handled in room. I created in process command, I created a case for the mute, unmute, roll, flip, and I can show you my flip method right here. So I'm just flipping a coin, and you can see it says Marta flip heads. Oh, I think she's still in the other room. So let me get out of here. Okay, now they're all in the lobby. So let me do it again. So I flip my coin, and I flipped heads one more time. Okay, so as you can see here, it's room is the one that handles those methods, and let me do this here. So they're right here. So I can handle my mute command in room, and then also talk to server thread that also has the mute, my mute users. So this is where you get notified that you got muted by somebody, and that you got unmuted by someone. And you can see here, this is where I handle my mute and unmute user, and then it talks to my room command, so that they can, my room code, so they can go ahead and talk to each other. But here, this is my role method, and I had to break it down because it has to handle two different types of roles. So this part just kind of handles a simple role, and this one is the one that handles a more complicated role, like the 2 dice with 6 size type deal. I didn't have the color and the font during my first milestone, but I was able to add it now. I just didn't really know how to do it, so I got a little bit of help with that one. Also, if you, for whatever reason, type the command incorrectly, it'll actually tell you that, hey, this is, you used the wrong type of role, and this is how you're supposed to do it. So that's what that does. Alright, so we went through flip, we went through mute. Alright, so the next thing I gotta show you is the bold, italics, underlining, and the colors that I have, and that was handled. Let me double check. Okay, 1 second. Oh, here it goes. Okay, so that was handled here in the client UI, and it's just a formatted message that I was able to do. I didn't do it correctly during the first few. Actually, during the third milestone and the second milestone, I remember. But here it is. This is how it works. So it's just a replace message. It replaces the once you do the trigger, it'll replace it with whatever you need it to be using HTML. So here I can show you that my bold. This is bold. See how it works. I'll do over here. I can change it to italics. So this is the italics, and then here I'll do the underline. So you can see here that worked. And then for the colors, this is, and I'll just do red right here. Then for green, okay, so that was green, and the last one is blue. All right. All right, so you can tell that everything changed, everything worked. So then we can move on now to milestone 3, which kind of looks at the private messaging. So I'm gonna go back over here to room so I could show you how I handle that part. So I basically, it was pretty, I guess it was just pretty simple. I just added an if statement to send message, and I just started it with the @ sign, and then I created a method called handle private message that handles the private message for that part. And it's used in a server thread. So when I do a private message, I could just do @Marta, hey there. So let me see 1 second. All right, so let me just try one more time. So @Marta, hi. Let's see. All right, so yeah, so you can see here that the message was sent as a private message when I did the @ sign. All right, and then the last part here, let me just kind of add a few more things. We're going to explore my chat, export chat button. I'm just going to put some nonsense over here. And, okay, oh, let me. All right, so when for the chat, export chat button, it basically triggers chat panel that export chat to save the conversation, and it exports the chat history. Right, so once I hit export chat, I can actually save it anywhere I want. So I'm just going to choose to save on my desktop. I'm just going to call this export, and I'm going to save it. So now it is on my desktop. Let me just put it on that window. So you can see it right here. It's saved on the desktop. And then I can open it with Notepad. And here it is. So you can see right here that everything has been exported from what we just did. So that's how that works. Let me see, get this back up. All right. Let's see what else can I do here. All right. So that's the expert chat for milestone 4. The muting users and graying the muted users out was something that I wasn't able to really. It doesn't work in my chat room. As you can see, that part just doesn't work. It doesn't gray anything out. So I did try to do it. I put a method. Oh, what's happening? Okay. All right. Sorry about that. So I did. I tried to do it. I put a method here in for muted users and muted status. I just wanted to send using payload. I wanted to send the muted list over so that it can be grayed out, and I try to add a few things here in server thread to send the muted status, and I tried some other stuff, but it wasn't working for me. So I kind of had to move on from that part. But here I kind of wanted to show you the export part for my method, and then now I can actually show you how I worked on the highlighted part of my chat. So as you can, you've been able to see, the last person that sends a message gets highlighted. And I did that with highlight last person, highlight last user list person, which is here in chat panel. So let me see if I can go back up. Wait. Oh, okay. Sorry about that. It's actually user list panel. I thought it was the other one. I apologize, but here it is. So this is my method. It highlights the last person, and then it sends it over so that it can be executed. I tried to do the same thing to gray out the user, but like I said, it just didn't work out. But that is basically it. My chat room has a lot of different types of interactive things that I added to it. And this was kind of a difficult project, but I made it work. All right. Thank you.